everyone. In this video, I will show you how I created this combined heat map bar chart for the Maven Pizza challenge exercise. And here we see the makeover to how to get to this layout of this heat map. Okay, so that's what I will do. So first of all, the easiest part, I will actually, I can show you that these are very simple objects. So you can just add shapes and text boxes, and I just added that, okay, what are the axes for the different graphs? It's nothing that is related to the chart itself, but it's really independent objects, shapes and text boxes that is showing that what is the opening hours, what is the closing hours, and how the days are showing within the chart. Definitely this is working in a static kind of visualization like this dashboard. If we are doing it dynamic, that on just specific days or hours would show up, it should be done somehow differently. Okay, so now I will just simply hide this group, not to disturb us. Okay, where's the selection? Okay, I'm hiding this. Okay, and we will concentrate on how to create the visuals themselves. So let me first delete them and start from scratch. So what we will start with is the bar chart at the top. Okay, the bar chart is, you can use just a simple bar chart, and what I was using is the average daily pizzas. So let me find this measure average daily pizzas here. I add it there, and what I'm interested in is the hour. So I can search for the hour that is in the orders. I'm the x-axis. You can see that there is the hours available already, and you can see the chart graph. So we do some, then we will do some formatting for the chart. So what we will do, closing it to a better space. We won't need any of the axes, neither the title, so we only need the chart. We will change the color to get this other color. I think it's better, and definitely we like to see the data labels, and we don't need the background for it. For the data labels, we need some further settings that the values should show white rather than the black, and we can also change the position to be on the inside end to show it like this, and also the density should be 100%. I would like to see the value for each and every bar that I have. Okay, I will need a title. Okay, so this is average number of pizzas by hour, and I like to have it in the middle, and definitely color is rather white, and I think it's enough to have like a 10. Okay, so this is it. I think we already ready with the above chart, and now there's the heat map. That's the second one. Okay, so for the heat map, we will start. We will also use the hours. Let's start with, we are using a scatter chart for the heat map. Okay, so I'm adding this scatter chart here, and in the x-axis I will use again the hour. So here we will see the hours, We will need the day of week in the other axis, and I will use a measure for the size of the bubble, that is the average daily order. So it will be the size of the bubble. Okay. So now let's start the customization of the chart. So we see most of the information already, but we need some fine tuning. Okay, so first of all, I will remove the background. This is usually the first thing that I do. We also don't need the y-axis, neither the title for the y-axis, but I will keep the x-axis. However, the color should be rather white for this, and a little bit smaller, but we don't need the title at all. So here it is. Okay, you can see here that some of the bubbles are cut it, so that's really not something that we want, and that's the number of days and the number of hours is well specified. What we can do is to set up the range of the chart, and with that we can say that for the x-axis we would like to see the opening hours, and this is, I think the opening hours is 9 o'clock, that is the earliest. So what I can do is to add 8.5 until the little bit after the last hour of the day, and this way you can see all the bubbles in whole. Also for the x-axis, we can do it with 0.5 and 7.5, and in this way I can see every bubble properly. We don't need the title for this chart, and what we also don't need are the grid lines, and then what we need is to set the size of the bubbles. I think it's good to have a little bit smaller. And then the next step is to create the coloring, and the coloring will be a dynamic coloring. So we would like to show with the colors that the size of the bubble is the number of orders, but we also would like to see the number of pizzas. So all of the pizzas that's created in that specific time frame. So for that we can use within the markers in the color. The default is green, but instead of that we are using conditional formatting. And for the conditional formatting, we will use this gradient format style, and we will use the average daily pizzas measure to set the value, and we will set it up to have the lowest value in light green mode. We will add a middle color. The middle color will be orange, and the highest value will be red. And we click OK, and here we get the layout how we want. And with added the legend, in this way I don't want to add the legend. I think it's enough to see those values like this, and basically we get to the original view to see the heat map in the proper way. Now we can add back and this is something that should be set up, like what are the access, and we can change a little bit to show it from the start until the end, and make sure that the below chart are right above and below the above chart, and we can make sure that they are showing in the right manner, in the right position. Also, I think we can make it a little bit bigger. Like we also have these frames that are highlighting us that what are the highest time frames. Okay, like this, making it a little bit wider like this, and we are done. So that's it. Hope you like it, and you can recreate it for any of your own analysis.